This time we are checking out the SquareOff Kingdom chassis, an automated board with self-moving pieces. In this video we will try to repair the board and discuss my experience with the SquareOff customer service. So join me as we bring this haunted chassis back to life. Fingers crossed! So this is our chessboard, and now we'll try to connect it with the app and see what's happening and what isn't working. To do so, let's plug this power adapter here. Okay, let's turn it on. Beep, beep. Okay, now it's turned on and I opened the app. And as you can see, here is a connect button. Let's do so. We do got the Kingdom set, so let's show this. I already unscrewed this screw, it's just for transportation, so it locks the mechanism into place. Switch on, we did that, and let's place the white's rook at A1 square. So A1, let's place it here, nice. Let's connect the board. Okay, here see new version detected. It's doing something. So and now it will fail in a short period of time. Error downloading. And yeah, that's all we got. And yeah, obviously I contacted them. I will get into this now into some more detail. My interest in these advanced chessboards from SquareOff was ignited after making a video about an East German chess computer which was quite innovative for its time. If you haven't seen it yet, make sure to check it out after this video. With a strong desire to find a defective SquareOff board and undertake the challenge of fixing it, I consistently kept an eye on eBay listings. At last I discovered an opportunity in the US. The chessboard was listed for $120 but considering shipping and custom fees to Germany, the total expense came nearly to $240. While it wasn't a great deal, my curiosity was undoubtedly sparked. After making the decision to purchase the chessboard, I placed my order and patiently waited for it to arrive. Following several weeks of anticipation, the package finally made its way to me. Eager to discover the actual issue with the faulty chessboard, I encountered a problem with updating the game through the app. Faced with this obstacle, I decided it was time to reach out to the SquareOff support team for assistance. It all started in January when I reached out to the SquareOff support team about my malfunctioning chessboard. I mentioned that I have a YouTube channel called Can We Fix That, and I'm willing to dig deep into this issue and even perform soldering or other repairs to fix the board. Our communication went back and forth and I provided them with videos of the issue I was experiencing. On February 2nd, the support team closed my ticket saying they couldn't fix the problem remotely and advised me to contact the vendor. Yeah, what a good advice to complain about an item that doesn't work when it was sold as a faulty unit. What I'd of course mentioned in my initial support ticket. So despite my willingness to dive deeper and fix a problem, I was treated like a regular customer. I continued to communicate with SquareOff and the issue was escalated within the team. On February 13th, they suggested sending a new motherboard to me but couldn't guarantee it would fix the problem. They asked for my shipping address and after providing it, the communication shifted. After 3 days, I inquired about tracking information for the shipment. 11 days later, they informed me it would cost $60 to receive the motherboard. Although the price was fair, it was a significant shift in conversation. With no other options, I agreed to the deal and ordered the replacement motherboard for $60 on March 10th, hoping to get my SquareOff board working properly and have something to compare the faulty board with. As time went on, days turned into weeks. Later on March 13, SquareOff sent me an email about a delay in the shipment of the motherboard due to unanticipated complications. The motherboard was finally delivered on April 4th. So this was, in my eyes, a very bad support. I mean, let's say we have average 30.44 days in a month. That would mean that the whole process took 2.23 month to complete to get this board done and all the complications and ticket close stuff. Ah man, that's horrible. So please SquareOff, when you see that, please fix your service, okay? But never mind, let's just go on. And here we do have the replacement board, and I do hope that the whole problem is really here, something of that inside here. some kind of nylon screw. We will try to replace this board to first check if all the other stuff is working and if I'm able to connect now the whole thing with the app and maybe get an update. Not sure. Let's see. That was the mentioned screw you need to unlock for the gantry inside to get it stuck or unstuck in this case. And now let's remove all the screws. Let me see. Open it like a book. And here we have it. It looks like a CSC router, and yeah, it's nothing more as that, as you can see. So here we do have the sliding bar, and it can also turn in this direction, and I think that's the magnet, so it's possible to move the figures. And this here is the main board, and you see I've opened it and I reused some of the tape. And what I will try now, just to replace the board, see if it works. So let's have a look. So that's so far the same version here. I think it's hardware version 2.0. It's the same as here, so that's good. And you see that was how it looked original. So this thing was plugged in here and secured with hot glue. And the video they sent me, they said that you need to unlock those cables with a tweezer. I will show you in a moment. But first, some pictures for reference. Always take pictures from wires and cables and plugs where something has to be replugged. Get into this these little slots and lever it out. So at least that was that they said is the best solution for this. Okay, this one isn't possible to do so, so let's use a tweezer with some profile. It's hard to grip. Okay, and now this cable here, let's place it here, why not? Unlock it. Perfect. And here we see the nylon screws. So maybe we can mark it. I will place here an X so that I know that this is the original board. Yeah, I think this is still on here, that's fine. Whatever they just tell me. They sent me this as a replacement board. So here's glue on, fine. So, but why is this screw still on here and just one more in the package? Wouldn't it be smarter just to remove it, take out the screw and just give it to me in the back? No. So now I have to remove it by my own. Maybe do something harm to the board. So it could have been done. Yeah, whatever. I mean, it's very good that they sent me a replacement board. Good. So this feels pretty
solid.
Let's get back in this thing here. Come on. Okay, I think that's in. Let's secure it with this tape here, rather than using the hot glue method, and replug all of the cables. Wow, that was harder than I thought to get them back in. First we need to figure out if it's now working after replacing the board. So that looks all fine. So let's just put it back on. So I haven't screwed it back together yet, so I just want to try if the phone connection now will work, or the update process. Let's replug the power adapter, turn it back on, kingdom set, we've done this, it's turned on, we put it here, Let's connect the board. Bluetooth is currently off. Okay, that's working. So that proves that definitely the other board have a problem. So I mean the motors are moving, so it's probably the firmware or something that's defective. That's indeed a problem. Update done successfully. Okay. Why does it think that this is a Neo? And the board name is Kingdom Set. Why? I don't get that. Or maybe they just sent me the wrong board. You never know. So I have absolutely no idea if it's working or not, so... Yeah, that's how I explain how I can do my move. Maybe we can try to place all the figures and see if it will move. So we placed all the figures. So let's try to make a move. I mean, okay, that worked. Let's see if it's... Oh, wow. What? Wow. That worked. Oh, it was great. I love it already. And please, I'm not a chess expert. I just start to love chess, so don't blame me. Oh, that's cool. And he just killed one of my friends. Yeah, okay, this is obviously working. So, yeah, nice. So let me quit this. Yeah, we will resign it, why not? You've done it. Yeah, that's pretty cool. I mean, I'm still not sure why it's telling me it's a Neo board. And it's saying again, yeah, I do have an update here for you, my friend. So maybe we can do another update. But it still thinks it's a Neo. Let's try to restart. Let's turn it off. Say connect. Kingdom set. Multiple boards. Why are there multiple boards? I mean, clearly the one we just removed can't be detected. Yeah, guys, which one should we take? I think we go with the SquareOff Kingdom set. Full Kingdom set? What could it mean? SQ. SquareOff. Oh, okay, I think SQF is just SquareOff. And KDS means Kingdom Set, I think, and the big one is the Grand Kingdom Set. Unfortunately, you do see here on the icons the Grand Kingdom Set, but okay, so let's try this one. Now it's telling me version... Why is it? Haven't we done version 36? And now it's 35? Okay. Inconsistency incoming. Well, guys, that's really... I don't know. I mean, it's cool that it's working and it's proven that I think it's just a problem with, yeah, the firmware of the other board. or the bootloader or whatever. But I mean, it's doing something, so it couldn't be crashed completely. That's so weird. Why do you think you are new? I don't get that. Yeah, I think we're good to go. I think this exclamation mark is just because of the warranty activation. So nice. So this works. Yeah, I think we do need to switch it back off and get the guts out again. So, and here we do have our two boards. This is the faulty one and this is the replacement board. And what I have not seen at the beginning, that the faulty board has some more parts on it. For example, here are some populated connectors. Yeah, here's just a sticker on those points. And here are, yeah, some unlabeled buttons, but I have no idea what it's for. But I would assume that this could be maybe to bring the MCU, the microcontrol unit, or SoC, whatever you want to call it, maybe in a state where you could reflash this. Let's just measure around if I can find anything what could be wrong with it. What I've seen here, there was some soldering work in process, as you can see. That doesn't look factory at all, so I'm not sure what happened there, but it's the right part. It's just an 0 ohm resistor, so I assume it's fine so far, but it's definitely not the original one.
It was time to measure the faulty board with the help of my handy dandy multimeter and compare the readings with a good replacement board. I also checked the board for visible damage like burned components or water damage. Unfortunately, I have not found any issues at all.
Let me grab the board and see what's happening when I put the faulty board back in there. And let's see if we have maybe some luck with the thermal cam. That's our faulty board. Let's not plug every cable. Let's just plug the battery and the power button. Turn on the board. So on the spots that are getting warm, that's the stepper IC and the other stepper IC. So that looks quite fine, to be honest. Nothing obvious, I would say. Let's compare it with the good board. Okay, good board installed, and turn it on. I think this looks similar. Okay, so with this information, I think this here is more a problem, so that the firmware or something else won't work. Okay guys, because I'm out of opportunities a bit, so my idea now is I looked up this microcontroller unit here. I will show you in a moment what it is, or show you now the datasheet. And it seems to be, yeah, some kind of Bluetooth module, and I believe that the data of the firmware is inside the chip, because I can't see any EEPROM or something where data could be stored. And I researched a bit, and there is a possibility to dump this chip. I found a block entry that maybe could help us to extract the data from the good board and, yeah, push it to this bad board, and let's see if this works and if I am in general able to dump the software. We will see. So for this we basically need, yeah, this debugger here. It is an ST-Link V2, and you see here are some labels on, and we need to connect those pins with this cable here to the chip. Maybe you have seen, let me turn it around, this unpopulated, yeah, area here what says download, and there you see ground, SWDIO, SWCLK, and 3 volts. And I hope that we are able, when I, yeah, just solder some pin headers here, I can connect it with this little board here and, yeah, maybe can get the software and tinker around a bit. Should we try it? Yes, we should.
I just researched a bit how I could dump the firmware, and I found a Python script that used some software, OpenOCD in this case, and GDB to dump, hopefully, the firmware and help me to inject it to the faulty board later on. This here is the article. I will link it in the description so you can have a look. And someone wrote a script for it to make it a bit easier. So I installed all the stuff that was mentioned. So let's go from top to bottom and see if it will work. So this is our terminal window. I downloaded the script here and extracted it. And here we are. By the way, I'm on a Mac, not a Windows PC. So not sure how about Windows, but it's not an how-to. I just want to show you quickly what I've done. So first we need to do this here, the OpenOCD stuff, and the path is a little bit different from this one. So I already have done this and just copied it to another location. Let's start with this command, the OpenOCD. And of course, first let's plug the board, of course. So this here is our good board. As you can see, there's no X on. So let's try to connect. I have to close some other terminal window, sorry. And yes, here we got it. And you see it's doing a bunch of stuff. Here you see the ST link, the blue debugger we just plugged in via USB. And now we can connect to it. Here you see starting GDB server, and that's what we will try to do now. As you can see here, it now stated run GDB. So let's do so. And you see here something changed, so it's connected. I will put it now to the side. We don't need this view at the moment. Okay, so let's see. Inside the GDB shell, run this command here to save all the UICR registers to a bin file. If you are cloning a device, you will want to use these later. Okie dokie, so let's do that. Now let's run this command here. Now we will get some nice registers, and let's try to go on. So monitor reset hold. Okay, and now let's run this command here. So fill all the registers with this address. So we wrote this here in some of the registers, and we will have a look if we can find them. I think that's the idea. So now this here, SI to step 1 instruction, SI, and something changed. And now let's do the IR thing, IR. And you see that our written hex value is in some registers. So IR to dump all registers to see if the value you wanted was read into any register. If not, try again by repeating. So it worked, so we are fine, I think. Okay, so let's run this here. So, but just to be clear, I'm just following this manual. I've not too much clue what I'm doing here, to be honest. Okay, now let's run the SI command. And IR again. So, based on the instruction address you found, the register used to contain the address and the register used to contain the loaded value. Edit the readout py. Run Python readout py, and it will take up to 30 minutes, and it will dump the entire 256 kilobyte of flash out of this device. Okay. And I assume it is this here, the R4, but I'm not completely sure. Let me put this to the side. Open another window here. We are again in this directory, and here we find a readout.py. Let's open this. Just make it a bit bigger. No, the following PC and R4 instruction will need to change based on what you learn by running the commands in gdbconfig on your particular device that you are reverse engineering. So not completely sure what I have to do, to be honest. Yeah, let's assume it's right. We will try it out. If it's not working, we can try it out later with something else. Good. So let's try to dump it. So Python and read out py. And let's do it. OXO. And I think you will, yeah, okay. This will now took some time. So I think we will have now a dump inside this directory. Yes, dump.bin. Good. And now we can try to wipe our faulty board and get the dumped firmware on this faulty board. Oh, fingers crossed. Faulty board. Okay, faulty board is connected. Now let's see, what do we need to do? How to write that image to a new device. And let's see, this is still our open OCD. I think this can't be connected anymore because, yeah, we changed the device. So let's restart this. Yep. Okay, now open the telnet connection. So I put this to the side. Open a new window where these files are laying around, dump bin and the UICR bin. Let's do the telnet connection. We are connected. Then let's do the that hold. Worked. And now the evil thing, let's wipe our faulty board. Let me quickly check if it's a faulty board. Yeah, it is. And erase it. I'm not sure if the flash was protected before, so I don't want to do that. Just do this, what this little manual says. And let's see if we can load it up. Okay, wrote 262 kilobytes. Now this stuff here. Okay, I think we managed to flash it correctly.
And replug it, we should hear hopefully the beep or the beeps. We does. But it could mean two things. First, it wasn't erased, or everything is fine. Okay, that's our freshly flashed board. Not sure if this works, but let's have a look and see. Unfortunately, it won't fit with the connector, so I do have to unsolder it. Okay, now faulty board. Let's insert it and put all connections in. I will not plug in the keyboard yet. I will just have a look how the app will react, and I don't want to plug in the DC cable here because it could run on battery without issues. Let's put this a bit to the side here. Okay, let's see. Power it on. Beep beep. Doing stuff. I think that's good. Connect. You know what, guys? That looks brilliantly. You see? Neo. That was the same as our good board was telling us. Thinks it's another board. So I think the only thing we have to check if the MAC ID. I think this must be different because it's another board and the MAC ID is normally unique. Okay, you know what? Let me just plug in this, this cable here and see if we are able to play a game with it, with a faulty board. Turn it back on. Just do its calibration. Connect. It's totally fine, as you can see. Okay. Yeah, let me check if I can play a game versus a computer. Play with SquareOff. Okay, let's see. You see, it is working totally fine. So guys, and here you have it. That's definitely our good board from the beginning. You can have a look backwards in the video and check it out. So there was no faultiness at the board at all. It was just the software that was crashed. So that's all it was. Yeah, cool. How great is that? It's such a pity that I have to pay 60 bucks to get it running, and it wasn't faulty at all. I just could have, okay, I mean, how could a normal user have done this with flashing software and stuff? So I get this point, but yeah, it's just a pity, yeah, that the software isn't able to, yeah, resurrect itself, so to say.
That wraps up our journey of reviving this unique chessboard. Despite the unexpected twists and turns, it's been an exciting adventure. I hope you found this video entertaining and informative. If you enjoyed it, please don't forget to give it a thumbs up. If you can't get enough of repairs and mods, please consider subscribing to my channel and keep tinkering. Have a heart for broken devices and give them a second chance. Stay healthy, and until next time, bye!